Hey, what's going on, guys? Adrian and Nico here. It's our first time ever doing this, so I want to thank you in advance for any technical difficulties. Usually we get together and we do our live streams and we're working out, so we decided that we get together and we do a little talk live, interact with you guys a little bit more than what we normally do. Trying to see if we're going to get this going here. Yeah, that's perfect. Perfect. Looks like we're live here. It's Friday. We're having a drink.
Let's turn that down. What's going on, Andy? What's going on, Daniel? Nice to see you, boys.
Hey, boys.
Amber's in, Tony's in. What's going on, everybody? Hopefully everyone's doing good. Yeah, like Nico was saying, so we're just kind of here. We're going to let the room build up a little bit. We are trying to get one of our buddies in here, Burpee Yoga Uncle, so hopefully he can link himself in here and he can come and have a quick talk with us. But hope everyone's having a good Friday night. Yamas.
Yamas.
So we need to link Burpee Yoga Uncle in here.
Yeah, how do we do that?
Burpee Yoga Uncle, if you are watching, give us a shout. Let us know how we can link you in here, and we'll be happy to get you in here. We want to ask you some questions, talk about some training related things, and give it a minute. What's going on, meditation lovers? Hope you're doing well.
Hello, hello.
So with Burpee Yoga Uncle, we're gonna try to link him right now. If you can't, she's like, hell. If we can't get him in here, that's okay. We're gonna go ahead with it and kind of just talk about some of our training, talk about our crew. We're gonna talk about a little bit our recovery, and kind of we'll sort of open it up with just kind of Nico's gonna go over just kind of like a regular week of our training, and yeah, hit it, man.
So yeah, like all the Victoria sequence, we just decided to do this more interactive thing instead of always talking live while we're doing a workout. And you know, it's kind of hard to talk to you guys, so we thought we'd get together and just do a talk here. I'll just go over like my regular week, I guess. Like Mondays are we do a bit of a banger on Monday mornings. We do a really hard burpee session. That's the one we usually record and post that video later on in the week on Thursday mornings. Tuesday is more like a running and jiu-jitsu day. So in the morning, I'll do anywhere from a 5K to a 10K run. And then we do an hour jiu-jitsu class in the evenings. Wednesday is we've turned it into a calisthenic day, but it used to be a sprint day, it used to be a run day. But we get together as a unit and we train. Last time we did just a bunch of calisthenics. We did some chin-ups, we did some dips, crunches, push-ups, pumps, everything. The week before that was sprints. And then Thursday is pretty similar to Tuesday. It's a run and a jiu-jitsu day. Friday is usually a run day. Saturday is our live stream workout that you guys are checking out. It's been awesome having you guys there working out with us. It's really motivating. We're really enjoying it. Really good energy.
Yeah, I love it. Saturday workouts are like one of my favorite days of the week.
Yeah, the energy just hits right. Always leaves me with a smile on my face. Everyone's giving dabs after. That energy's really good. And then Sunday is generally just a run and maybe a lift day, some chin-ups and stuff like that. Get ready for Monday's banger. So it's usually a 7-day-a-week grind. What's your weeks look like? Well, we work out 3 times a week. Jiu-jitsu choice, but
yeah, exactly. So pretty much along the same lines that Nico was saying. Pretty much the same line. We train all the time together. Me and Nico, like, we just kind of want to get to know a little bit more of our subscribers, and I kind of want to talk about a little bit of our the people that we train with. And so kind of a little bit background story between me and him. We've been training together for the last 15 years, and we just decided to start this YouTube channel. We're like, you know what, the world needs to see the type of training that we're doing and kind of what takes us to the next level. And it's actually gone better than we could have ever imagined. We've met so many great people, and I can't say enough good things, especially about our crew. Like, it seems like I'm always coming on here and talking about just gratitude, but I'm so thankful for guys like Tony, Andy, Danny, Amber. I'm so thankful for Jessica helping with the videos, and
Tesla in Calgary.
Yeah,
does a lot of the training with us.
Andy in Vancouver.
Mike Fraser's trained with us. He's trained alongside of us for a long time. He's in Vancouver now. He's got his own thing going, but yeah.
Yeah, so Burpee old uncle's there. So we were supposed to do the stream with a friend here, but we're having a little technical difficulties here. Hopefully we can link him in.
Uncle, we're gonna try to link you in here. How do we do that? This is our first stream, so it's a little bit different here.
Yeah.
Can't shake me. Good to see you. Daniel's asking, sounds like a busy schedule. What about your recovery days? Recovery days are just like an active recovery day. It'd be like a slow 5K run, maybe. Something light, maybe even like a walk or a hike. Nothing too crazy, but that's more of our recovery days. Yes, we're using StreamYard, Uncle. We are on StreamYard.
Yeah, we're using StreamYard. If you can give us a shout how to drop it in there, we'll get you in here. That'd be great. So kind of what Nico was talking about, and we've been talking to our crew about this a lot, is, and people are like, I don't know if you can train 7 days a week. I don't know if you want to train 7 days a week. And here's the thing. You don't need to listen to everything that we're saying, because honestly, you need to make up your own schedule. But guys like Nico and myself, we train every single day, sometimes twice a day. Like he was saying earlier, he was going over his weeks, and my weeks are pretty much the exact same as his. We'll do a workout in the morning and we'll go to jiu-jitsu at night. So we're always doing things. And honestly, what we've been talking about lately is the recovery sessions at nighttime. So kind of what I've been talking to the guys, especially Andy and Danny, I'm sure you guys seen them in some of the videos, and Tony, we talk about our recovery at nighttime. So we'll train extremely hard. We'll do whatever we need to do. And it's literally, it seems like for every half an hour of hard work that we're doing, I try to put in 10 minutes of stretching, whether it's using foam rollers, massage guns, we're talking deep stretching. I will take a big section of my night and I will stretch out my body, because I know I got to hammer the next day. And if you don't do that, like, as I'm sure you're well aware, you just suffer the next day. Like I'm sure you've had workouts where you'll feel lethargic, you'll feel tight, and you're like, it's because I didn't recover the night before, right?
Definitely in the beginning of the workout. You get in there, you're tight, you're sore, and it takes you a little bit to get into it. But if you stretch and you get your recovery on point, getting into that hard workout, you come out of the gate feeling a lot better.
Yeah, no, it's definitely amazing here. Can't shake me. I hope you're doing well. Hopefully you guys are all commuting together. And if you guys haven't checked out Can't Shake Me, he's an animal when it comes to training. You should try to get that up. I'll just talk for a bit here. He's an animal when we're training, and he's got Parkinson's disease, and he trains just as hard as us. I don't understand how this guy does this. He's such an animal, and we're super appreciative of this guy, man. Copy.
Send it to
in there.
Okay.
And drop it in there, can you?
In the chat.
Yeah. Can you chat?
Thank you guys for bearing with us here. This is our first time ever doing this. Uncle, so I've copied the link, but how do I get it into the... Should we just type it out? Yes, Can't Shake Me is a beast.
We're just going to try to get our friend in here.
Can you message him?
First time is the best time, baby. It always is. It always is. You know what, brother? I don't know if we're going to be able to get him in there. Yeah.
He says, yeah, Can't Shake Me saying exercise is critical for peeps with Parkinson's. Yeah, I bet you it's exercise critical for everybody, but especially for people who are suffering from Parkinson's. And you're a beast, man. I don't know how you do that. We hear you talk about it all the time. We're just like, this guy's killing it. Like, you're really an inspiration to a lot of people, man. I hope you know that.
So, Can't Shake Me, I'm sure you're listening here. My wife, she's a physiotherapist, and I went to a clinic with her once, and it was all about Parkinson's, and it was about physios learning how to treat people with Parkinson's, that kind of stuff. And it was all about, they built a facility in town here where we are. We're on Vancouver Island, and they talk about boxing, and they're all doing cardio movements and heart and increasing their cardiovascular systems, and they're just trying to move their body. So I see you training, and it just hit me at home, and I was telling Nico about this, and it just really hit me at home because when I see you out there grinding, and it's just unbelievable, right? Like it's something else. And then we got guys like Burpee Yoga Uncle. He's 50 plus. He's absolutely destroying the scene day in and day out. This guy is coming out there, and he's just
hammering hundreds of burpees day in, day out. And he's always got words of wisdom, and that's what I like about him. I tune in, and I feel like I'm talking to somebody who genuinely wants good for you. He gives you a little bit of advice, and it really resonates well with us. What was he telling us last time? He's saying, enjoy eating when you're young. It's like you're gonna love it. Like you can't always do it, so enjoy it now. And I do. So
you literally you eat and train so hard that it doesn't seem to affect you that much. You know what I mean? Like no, it's awesome. I think it's phenomenal, man. Like I think that it's what he was talking about. He's like, you need to enjoy yourself right now because in the future when you get 50 plus, it's gonna be harder, right?
Yeah, I train so I can eat.
So Daniel Wong here. We're gonna take a couple questions here, and then we're gonna start talking a little bit more. I want to kind of go into dive a little bit more with recovery, a little bit, some more of our training sessions. But what's Daniel Wong saying? Another important question on everyone's mind: what is the legendary diet?
Anything and everything. No, like balance, right? Balance, not like anything else, but like, we stray away from it sometimes. Like I'm not gonna say no to a burger, alcohol, right? Life is a balance. You got to work hard, like really hard, but you got to play hard too. And, I'm a proud believer of that. What's life if you don't enjoy yourself? So the diet is a balance, right? Like anything else. We do intermittent fasting most days. We won't eat till 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, evening, early evening, and we stop eating around 9, 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah, I'm pretty, like right now in my diet, my regimen, I'm very on intermittent fasting. So like Nico was saying there, like we're pretty in tune with our bodies. We know what we need. I eat a very high protein diet, a lot of clean meats and a lot of good veg. I try to cut out as much bread and all that, but I do eat potatoes. I like my rice, but I do try to cut out a lot of sweets and that kind of stuff. But hey, it's Christmas season coming up. Am I going to sit here and say that I'm not going to eat, I'm not going to drink? Nico was just talking about balance. We try to be the definition of balance. We will have drinks, but we're waking up tomorrow morning and we're training hard tomorrow morning. You know what I mean? So it's like, I see a lot of people that I follow personally online and on YouTube, whether it's David Goggins, whether it's Iron Wolf, whether it's Cameron Haynes, and everyone's on their own journey, right? So those guys, I don't even think they drink. I don't think they're on another level almost.
Right? Their balance is way off where, which is what they need to do to be the way that they are, right? And Uncle just said it good best there. All good things on earth is good in moderation. And it's true. And I'm saying I'm really eating a brownie with icing. Is that on the diet? Absolutely, that's on the diet. If you work hard and you're running every day and you're doing your burpees and you're doing your push-ups or pull-ups, you're doing your sprints, you're riding your bike, brownie with icing on it is on the diet. Absolutely.
It's true. But then say if you have a competition coming up, like Nico and myself, we've participated in, Nico's done half marathon, we've done an ultra marathon together, we've done a bunch of runs. Well, leading up to that, we will definitely fine tune and we'll dial in everything, right? Yeah. So really focusing on clean eating, focusing on your sleep, no drinking during that. But if you don't have anything coming up, you need to live your life as well. And I hope that's kind of the message what we're giving across. It's all about balance. You know what I mean? So it's like, that's exactly what we're saying here. DN Beat, we really appreciate you coming by. We're just trying to spread some of the love and kind of like, we've learned a lot from each other and other people. And he's like, teacher, it's great to have that, And Uncle Burpee, we just need the link. So how can we link him this right now? Like, I'm pretty good with this. We just got to link him.
I think you just need to message it there.
Post a comment right there and then link it. Link that. Hold it. Paste. There you go. Okay, so hopefully we just linked you, Burpee Yoga Uncle. I think we got it there. Another guy who's on here right now, we might as well just talk to a couple people here. 40-something Fitness.
Yes.
40-something Fitness. I want to give you a massive shout out, man. You are a phenomenal guy. Everything that you do for the fitness community, go for it, man. You love this guy.
I love you, man. Like, I like your home gym. I got a home gym too, so we watched your video on setting up your home gym. Your videos are they're truly nice. Like you do good work. They're very polished and refined, and you're in good shape, dude. Like I just turned 34, so I'm hoping, you know, by the time I'm in my 40s, I could be like you, and then eventually be like Burpee Yoga Uncle. We're never gonna give up. We're gonna stay fit, never quit. You know. Check your staging area on stream.
Burpee Yoga Uncle, 34. He's laughing. I won't even tell you my age. I'm 30. I turned 30 a little while ago. So it's funny, like everyone on our channel, like it's super positive, and we get a lot of love, and I give a lot of love out, and so does Nico, because I see, like we were talking about Can't Shake Me, we're talking about 40-something fitness, we're talking about Uncle Burpee Yoga. Like you guys are a little bit older than us, and you guys kill it every single day. So it's like we have no excuses not to.
43, the beast.
Can't shake me 43. I know, that's what I'm saying, man. Kuya around on the island, we really appreciate you stopping by. It's fantastic to come in and just kind of like get to know everybody a little bit more. If you guys do have any questions regarding kind of like Daniel, we really appreciate you saying, you know, about the diet recovery. Well, I want to kind of go into just kind of talking about just a little bit about our crew and what kind of happened. You know what I mean? So I'm sure we've talked about it a couple times. So me and this guy, we've been training all the time. Everyone knows that we train very hard. And then all of a sudden we start doing these workouts, and Nico gets a message from Andy. And what did Andy say to you?
Andy said, you need to start training. He's like, I need to get out there. I see what you guys are doing. And, you know, just like some other guys too before, they see something special going on. They see the energy, and they just kind of see what kind of shape we're in. And they reach out to us, and, you know, we're very inviting people. We're very approachable. We love joining as a group, getting everybody together to do it. Honestly, that's the biggest reward for us. We've trained some people in the past, and seeing where they are today after years of training is the biggest reward. There's no amount of money that can pay that you can get that would, you know, replace that feeling when you see how far they've come. Amen. And how positive they are, and where they are in their lives, and how their life has improved in more ways than just fitness. Their life improves in ways with their relationship with their loved ones, and their careers and everything like that. As you guys know, anybody who's into fitness knows, as soon as you have that cornerstone developed and it's there and it's your rock, you go back to your fitness all the time. The rest of your life improves as well. It's really special. Hold on here. So now add it maybe in here, guests. Okay. Yeah, there he is. I think we can do it.
What's up, everybody?
He's there.
How you guys doing?
Oh, Burpee Yoga Uncle.
Can you hear me?
Legend. Yes.
You can hear me fine?
Oh my God. Burpee Yoga Uncle, I don't want to cut you off quick, but I just want to say what up to one of our best buddies from Florida, canoeing the edge of the world. He's like, nice bone. I told you that. So the other day, me and this guy were talking, and he's like, you guys come to Florida. You come alligator searching with me. You guys are gonna have your own canoe. I'm gonna have the guns. You do it like that, and we're gonna go alligator. So I told him, when all this stuff goes down, when everything kind of gets back to normal, and I hope everyone's doing okay. I hope everyone's all good. But when the world goes back to a little bit more normal, me and this guy, we gotta go down to Florida and check this guy out, man. He's something else, man.
I'll go with you. I'll go with you for sure. I know him too.
You coming? Let's do it.
Yeah,
we need to adventure after all this. We're all stuck in our homes every day. We're all can't even go to the gym. We're doing burpees. We need to get together and have an adventure.
Hey, yo, Uncle, I got a quick question here for you. What are your takes on alcohol? What's your view on that? Like, what do you go? What's up?
It's what I just typed. What's in moderation, right? Because everything on God's green earth is great as long as you don't overdo it. So if you overdo anything, even if you drink water too much, you die, right? That's been cases of that. So, hey, just do everything in moderation. It's all good because everything has its purpose. And as long as you know what the purpose is and don't use it for the wrong reason, it's all good.
That's the words of wisdom right there. 100%.
Wait, I want to know.
Fit Dad Darby's in the house. Burpee Yoga Uncle, you know Fit Dad Darby well, don't you?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, he's a beauty, man. He's training hard. He looks after his kids, and he's just like we were talking about 5 minutes ago, just about age and just kind of like with maturity, what comes. And I think that guy, he's an awesome dad. I say it all the time too, like Nico, I look up to this guy more than anyone I know, and he's a phenomenal dad. Like, and I'm sure you are too. You talk about your kids all the time. Clearly you have a good relationship with them, you know?
Well, yeah, Fit Dad Darby is gonna have a handful with 2 kids now. I told him it's never 2 times the kids, it's 4 times the kids.
It's true. Yeah, it is. Yeah, Fit Dad Darby, I like his videos because he always does them with like his like parenting side to it. So he's doing his fitness, but how can that fitness apply to his parenting, which I think is a pretty cool way to look at it. It's a good angle.
And he's a hella smart engineer too.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. So, hey, thanks for joining us. So sorry about all the technical difficulties. Hey, like, we're literally our first time. It's the best time, right? We're just making this up on the go. We literally just got off work. We ran over here, and it's awesome to come down and sit down and have a drink with everybody and just kind of talk about training and that kind of stuff. And kind of for you, Burpee, what I've asked you a bunch of things before in the past, but you were kind of talking about before you started doing your journey of 200 days of burpees, and now it's extended to 300 days, which is awesome. I love your journey, your dedication to fitness. Like it's you must wake up and feel sore as heck all the time, man. like, are you kidding me?
Actually, I don't. It's only my shoulders because I'm old. So I never had shoulder problems or shoulder impingements until 50, right? So I'm actually not like any worse for the wear, except for my shoulders and sometimes my wrist. So I think it's just a matter of what you want to do, right? What you want to accomplish. So, if you want to go for it, just go for it. I mean, all the rest of the stuff is just BS. And actually, I enjoy this.
I agree so much.
Yeah, because everybody's going to have pains and aches. I mean, no matter what age you're at, I think I am born to like do hard labor or something. I don't know what it is, but I need to work out. If I don't work,
right?
Yeah, if I don't work out, I feel like man, it's as you can tell, I don't give really a BS or anything about the way I look. It's more the way I feel, how I feel when I wear my pants or whatever. And so, for the people that's counting calories or doing other stuff, well, good for them. But for me, I just want to be fit. So I just want to be able to do the stuff that I think I'm supposed to be able to do. That's it.
Isn't that a truth though? Like we talk about all the time, and like everything, like the aesthetic look, like, yeah, you want to look good, you want to feel good, but at the end of the day, you got your heart, your lungs, it's the most important, right? So if you're not training and you're not working on your cardio, you're not helping yourself out, you're going to feel like crap. You know what I mean? I'm sure you've been there in the past, right? Like, I don't know what your journey was like before, but me and this guy, we've done it all. Like when it comes to fitness, we've tried everything, and we've always come back down to running, to calisthenic workouts, and to be honest, like I feel my best when I'm a little bit lighter, and I just feel that I'm a lot more dialed in. When I'm big and I'm puffy and I'm bloated, I don't feel good. Even though I'm really strong, I don't feel the best. I don't know how you feel about that or how you do. Like so
I'm the same way. Like I've been 45 pounds heavier than I am right now. I've
Wow.
At one point.
Yeah, Nico was 200, just under 200 pounds, but we're talking like, look at Nico, he's stacked. You know what I mean? So picture 45 more pounds on him, right? And he was strong. Like,
he was strong, and I liked it. I like the stretch. Sure, you go to the gym and you enjoy it, but in everyday life, it's not practical. Going upstairs, you start to breathe heavy. I feel better when I'm light, and we feel more nimble, more agile, more mobile.
Well, actually, I want to be like you, but as the way that I'm built is not possible. So genetic plays such a big part of how you look aesthetically. So if you're naturally born with a wide shoulder and a skinny chest, a skinny waist, I mean, you got your work cut out for you, right? There's like 3 different body types. So when I was young, I was trying to get like Arnold looking, but hey, look how big I am. It's kind of useless to do that. So I realized it's better to be fit because I want to make sure I live a long life and to make sure
absolutely, man,
take care of my family than the way I look. Because if I really want to look really good at the amount of work I do, it's pretty simple, man. I just go buy a couple of needles and pop a couple of pills. I'll be good there. It's not that hard.
Well, you blow up, you'd be huge, right?
It's not really that hard, So So for the ones that wants to chase that, that's great. But most of the time, most of the bodybuilders that look good, they only look good that half an hour, that 1 or 2 days. And then the rest of the time, they look like effing big pigs. Big,
Yeah.
like big. Like
And you
big, like
feel good, right? When you're all
no.
dehydrated and stuff. No,
I always wonder, like, in the history of humanity, why do we have only one size toilets? How do they even go to the toilets? Because at the size they're at, how does that even work, right? So I don't know why they do what they do, but hey, I'm happy they do what they do. We just do what we do.
Well, and as long as they're passionate about it, right? You got to take your hat off to anybody who's passionate about what they do and they pursue it, even when it's maybe not 100% good for them, but they accomplish a goal that a lot of people can't, right?
Exactly. That's what I just exactly what I just said. As long as they're happy doing what they're doing, I'm happy for them too. This is not for me, so I am no judge to say they're right or I'm right. It's just, hey, to each their own. As long as you know the goal that you want to get to. What I want to you guys do a lot of training and also teaching to get it wrong.
What's that? Sorry, you kind of cut out there.
You guys coach like other people, other sports too, or you mostly just doing this for fitness for yourself?
No, like I've coached a lot. Like my background growing up was like heavy into soccer. So I've coached soccer all through my entire life. Like I could go on forever about soccer, but just kind of quick, like the other day, so me and this guy, we help in town here. We were doing the other day we were helping out one of our friends and their soccer team doing fitness training. We help all of our friends around, and it's been a lifelong of just fitness and just learning different techniques. And we're finally getting to a part now where it just seems like it's really coming together. It's funny how long it takes though to like mature in your mind, to like understand what your body can handle, and just pushing yourself through barriers, right? Like, as you know, you're going on to day 300 of your challenge here, and that takes determination. That doesn't come just from wanting to do it, So we've been coaching our entire lives, man. He's been helping out with so many different things, whether it's martial arts or I did a lot of track and field. It's all over the map, right?
Oh, I am none of those. I'm just doing it. I'm just doing it for fun. Right? Yes. Oh my gosh. So there's a theory about BJJ where my theory is you have an X amount of mat time that you are totally addicted to. Like you are like watching videos of how to do certain moves. You're like living and think, okay, I can't wait to get on the mat. And then after that period, what happened is you have explosive growth in your game, right? You find out what your favorite moves are. You find out what you can and cannot do. And then what happens is you hit a wall. So there comes a point in your BJJ journey where you put enough mat time. And for some people, it just depends on the person, right? Mm-hmm. And then you start rolling with black belts and purple belts, and you realize, hey, I can't be subbed by them. And then the gains start slowing down really slow. So what happens is you're going to have to figure out whether if it's worth it for you to continue on that journey. Because now, if you meet a regular old bloke, chances are they have no chance against you. But how often do you walk around and meet a brown belt, a purple belt, or a black belt? Not often. And most of the time, they're not going to do anything.
Yeah, I've heard some staggering statistics that there are more, like, to find a brown belt or a black belt in everyday society, there's not very many of them. You know what I mean? So it's an honor to meet those people. It truly is, because just like you said, man, the journey of jiu-jitsu. It's one of the hardest, the most grueling, and one of the most rewarding, Yes.
Well, what I'm saying is when you meet them, I don't mean to meet them, but to meet them like in a fight or something, which is what at the end of the day, what BJJ is. It's a self-defense, right? So for the chance of you to go up against someone, and chances are, like, if they are mean to you or whatever, number one, if they're brown belt or purple belt even, and for sure black belt, they won't even do anything, right? So they're not going to do anything to you to begin with. But then, yeah, they won't because they understand
true.
the laws of martial arts. They have respect, so they don't care. They know they can beat your ass. So
Yeah.
So when you get to that level, then you realize, well, can I spend the next 5 to 6 years to get to their level? I mean, is it worth it? And to a lot of people, it is, and I'm glad for them. But it's an interesting journey, and it is very fun. And I wish everyone could do it because BJJ is one of the few martial arts where you can almost go 100% and not get hurt as long as you understand when to tap.
100%. And you're not taking headshots all the time, right? Like blood chokes, joints, like I tap early and I tap like very frequent, so I love jiu-jitsu just for the fact that when you go on the mats, and right now we're not training as much, obviously because of the pandemic going on and everything, but one of my favorite things is the phone's away. When you hit those mats, nothing else matters. It doesn't matter who you are, what you are in your life. It doesn't matter if you're strong. It doesn't matter anything. The only thing that matters is you on that mat for that moment. And if you're not focused in that moment, you're dead. You know how that is, man.
It's 100% human chess, and I so love it. You won't believe how I spend hours watching videos and moves that my coach don't teach, because my coach is really big, like 6'2", and like looks like Superman. And so like look at me, it's like, my gosh, I cannot play his game. And then I've had coaches where they are same size as me, and most of them do rubber guards, and then like I don't really like to do rubber guards. So what happens is there's so many intricacies in BJJ, and I find it, I was just totally addicted to it. I went like almost every time there's no gi sessions, open sessions, I would go, because I didn't do gi because I didn't think for me that gi was even though I know I can get belts and whatnot, but gi for me was I mostly wanted to learn it for myself and for self-defense.
For sure. And like you said, like I think you said it a couple minutes ago, you were just saying, if you, in your training that you've done, if you were to go into a street fight with somebody right now, how would you be able to handle yourself? I would assume you do pretty well, just for the fact that you could get them to the ground and you could control that person. You know how it is when you have 6 months, even if you have 6 months of training under your belt, if a new guy walks in who's never trained jiu-jitsu, he's finished here.
Exactly. 6 months. 6 months is all you need. So I was going to tell my kids before they go off to college, you need to go to a BJJ school to learn at least 6 months of BJJ, and then you're done.
Yeah,
after 6 months, you're good enough to beat 90% of people out there, unless they know BJJ. Because it's because like one of the famous schools for BJJ is Gracie's Jiu-Jitsu, obviously, right? So the triangle is one of their main symbol. And I try to explain to all the people that started in BJJ a long time ago why it's a triangle. And do you guys know why it's a triangle? Why the logo of triangle? Because it has to do with it's a focal point of your body weight, and also how you're trying to use. You have 4 limbs. You're trying to use basically 2 limbs on 1 limb to gain the leverage. That's what BJJ all is. It's all leverage, and it's all balance. Yeah, it's so like even if I roll against Nico, if his leverage is wrong, I can still beat him. It's very simple. So even right now, if you were to do an example, I do this to everybody. So if Nico holds his hand and his fist to his heart, and you get even a little child standing in front of Nico and tell Nico to push the arm out, he can't. It's very hard for him because he doesn't have leverage, and there's really no muscle for him to push out. That's the essence of BJJ, right? So you're trying to gain an advantage on a particular limb or a particular parts of the body because you're like 2 against 1 or 3 against 1. And that to me is like so fabulous because hell, I am not big. What's up, Fit Potato?
I know, I love Fit Potato too,
man. How are you doing? What are you doing here? You're supposed to be York City, man. Test, man. You're supposed to be grading test.
Yo, Burpee, a couple more of these, and me and Nico have a little roll in the corner here. Don't worry. We'll show you my.
knowing that you guys do BJJ, I literally want to come down and just to roll you guys, but I haven't rolled for like literally.
Dude, come to
I
our.
love that.
You
Oh
would
my
be
God.
you would be so welcome to come to our dojo. It's such a good group of friends. Like it's just good people. So we live in a city that has a really big Navy, and there's a lot of Navy guys there, and they're big, strong guys, and I love putting work on those guys because they're all very fit. You know what I mean? And
Oh,
I
yeah, I
love
love
going
those.
against guys where, as you know, man, if like me and Nico were talking about this at dinner last night. If you tire, you die. It's a very
Yeah.
simple thing.
Yeah.
That's why these workouts, like, let's bring it back to burpees for a second. Let's bring it back to our calisthenic work. So, what's the number one thing you're doing? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're building muscle and you're training your cardiovascular system. In jiu-jitsu, it just goes together so well.
Yeah.
And you're
oh
going
my,
on the ground. Jiu-jitsu's on the ground, and burpees, you hit the ground hundreds of times, right?
yeah. Yeah. I first started because some of my customers told me, hey, you gotta go check out jiu-jitsu, and I didn't know what jiu-jitsu was. They just told me, oh, it's a reverse wrestling. You don't you lie on the ground most of the time. I go, what? I go, and then we try. I just fell in love with it so fast. And the great thing about jiu-jitsu is there's so much techniques in it that even against big people, if they don't understand the technique, you can beat them, and you're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I literally rolled against 200-300 pounders, and I would choke them because I'm so
100%.
small.
I bet you can take people's back and you're like a spy, like you just slither on them, and all of a sudden you get them, and it's like nighty night. See you later. And that's a beautiful thing. They tap, you move on, you slap hands. And that's another thing that I love about jiu-jitsu in this community, mainly. Like all these people in here, as you know, Move with Jen, we got Fit Dad Derby, Nina Loves, everyone here. It's such good people. It literally feels like we're at the dojo. You know what I mean? It's just good, positive people. And I like surrounding myself with that, man. Life is so short. I don't want to surround myself with negative people. It's just the way it is, man. I don't know how you are, but that's how we are.
Yeah, well, that's the other thing too. My kids goes, man, you have no friends. And I go, well, I had a lot of friends when I was young, but as you get older, you end up having less friends because you just don't have that much time. So you just end up not being able to connect with people. So YouTube, in a sense, is kind of interesting because even though it's a social media, but you connect, but in the way that is very defined, and I find it very interesting. I don't understand how to explain it.
I feel the same way. We talk about it all the time where it's like, all of a sudden you start this YouTube page, you have no idea what's going to happen. You have no idea what to expect. Then all of a sudden, me and you and Nico, we're on a live stream right now, and we're having a great time. You know what I mean? Like it's awesome. We're sitting here having a drink, talking about jiu-jitsu, talking about fitness, and it's so much fun, man.
Yeah, it's quite interesting. I mean, when I signed up for YouTube, really, and exactly what my channel says, which was to record what I could do in my 50s, and I never dreamt that all this happens. It's very interesting.
Yeah, but you got a good personality, and like you do your rants in the beginning of your page, and I don't know, like I listen to every single one of your rants. Personally, I do. Do I watch your entire video? No. But
I don't even watch my entire video. Give me a break.
I do though. I do. Fitness Frank is here. Good potato living that you can't go life.
What's up, Fitness Frank? Did you come back from space? Just to see us?
Here, man.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's I mean, sometimes I watch my videos mostly for the handstands. For the burpees, I mean, I knew I did it, so I have a record of it, and right now my sole goal really is just to do the handstand and that stupid muscle up.
Yeah, we were working on some last night.
He was doing some muscle ups last night. Those aren't easy.
Man, do you watch 60-second calisthenics? Do you watch his videos?
I don't know how many videos how to do. It's a technique, so I have to learn it. But right now, because of my shoulder impingement for the last few months, I couldn't do enough pull-ups. So my problem is pull-ups. So the number one thing I learned from, I think it's Game Bros, is you have to do the pull-ups where your elbows is going to your hip. When your elbow goes to your hip, and
that's how you can pull yourself up, right?
Yeah, once your elbow can go to your hip, then the pull-up is almost done. And the rest is it's an angle thing. So it's almost like what they call in calisthenics a parlor trick. It looks so cool to do, but once you understand how to do it, it's not really that hard.
For sure,
know?
but
So
I think 60-second calisthenics, if he's here right now, this guy is a master at his work. I've been working on we talked about our beginning of our training at the beginning of this, and lately I've been doing a lot of pull-ups and a lot of dips. And I find that just being on the bar, hanging, doing my dips, it's going awesome. I've watched some of 60-second calisthenics videos, and he uses bands to help him with it. And I was going to talk to you about that because I know you really want to hit your muscle ups. And it's like he uses his bands, and that seems to really work.
And he's saying
so I'm Chinese, right? And in Hawaii, there's a thing that maybe I'll be banned for saying this, but I'm really pake. So pake in Chinese means we're cheap. So I don't want to really buy a band, and I would just do it like the old school way.
Yo, don't worry, we're both Asian as well. I bet you didn't know that, eh?
No. I know you're Hapa for sure. Hapa means you're mixed. That I knew.
What nationality do you think we are?
Oh, no. There's no way for me to guess, man. I'm not that good at that. I have no clue.
Without going too far into it, I'm half Korean.
I'm half Indonesian, so we both got that mix going on.
Wow.
Are you full or are you half too?
I'm full. I'm full Hong Kong, from Hong Kong. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Two of our best friends, Andy and Danny, they're both Chinese as well. They're beauties, man. I love the Chinese people, man.
Yeah. I was trying to tell my kids how, like when I was growing up, the number one Asian society to be emulated was actually the Japanese, right? And then
phenomenal people, man.
Yeah, and now it's the Koreans. And I try to explain to them the reason is because right now, when you watch any type of phenomena that comes up in terms of pop culture, you need youth, right? Koreans had the youth, right? Japan right now don't have any youth, so there's no way for them to manufacture any stars because they barely even have any kids. So that's the reason why Koreans took over. And what the Koreans did was they took
that makes so much sense.
Yeah, they took the part that is good in Japan, and then they've refined it, and they added the dance from the America to make it into this world global phenomena. And then like us oldies are sitting there going like, what the F? That's just like Japanese, but then they're not as cute. But then of course, hey, I digress. Cuteness is depending on the person that's looking at it, right? So I mean, sure. I'm so amazed at what the Koreans have done, and I'm so happy for them. But then, same thing, if their birth rate is not continuing, they're gonna have the same problem where they won't have kids to continue going up.
Love you, Jen. Thanks for stopping by.
Jen's taking off Burpee. Hey, Burpee. Yeah, sorry. Winzu asked you a question here. He's like, how long do you do burpees for usually, bro? Give him a quick answer here. I
literally have no mindset unless there's like some kind of a challenge I want to do. Minimum, I do 100 burpees. Minimum, I do at least 30 minutes each session, and less than an hour because my camera can only record like 53 minutes. And unless I do a long one, like one of those 1500 reps or whatever, then I bring a different camera that can record longer. So minimum like 30 minutes to 50 minutes. That's what I do. What's awesome. Up, Cannabis Fitness Muscle? How you guys doing?
Yeah, Cannabis Fitness, you're a great guy too. Fitness Frank, you won't believe it. My wife is Filipina. She's a beautiful lady. I'll tell you that much. The Pinoy genes, man.
Love the Pinoys. Lots of love.
It's funny though, like the best thing about this whole journey is meeting different people. Like you just said, like the Japanese they're awesome. The Koreans, like, man, isn't it funny that like all the different cultures, we can all learn something from every single culture. You know what I mean? Like I love it. Like the Filipinos, like the Koreans, the Asians, every single culture. I love it, man.
What's up, Love Eats, Love Ice ASMR? Love your crunchiness. My old teeth cannot handle it no more. So I'll just watch you through vicarious experience of how good those taste. But I still eat shaved ice though.
Charles actually had a really good question on there, Uncle, and I kind of want you to answer it first. But what got you into burpees? Like, what was the beginning, and why did you get into it, and when did you start?
Was that Charles Costa?
Yeah.
Okay, you go first, and then you'll go.
Oh, it was the stupid COVID-19. I end up in my house. I couldn't do yoga. I just end up running on a treadmill. Then I went on YouTube and I saw this yellow video of some guy saying, "Hey, do a burpee challenge, 100 burpees for like 30 days." So I did 100 burpees for like 3 days. By the third day, I wanted to quit because for my body anyway, the third day is when all the acid builds up, whatever, and everything's very achy. So I pushed through it anyway. And then by the fifth or seventh day, I found Iron Wolf. I found Burpee OG. I found a lot of people. And I realized, oh, I can do 1,000 burpees? No effing way. That's impossible, man.
I know, right?
But hey, this dumbass did it. This dumbass guy named Iron Wolf did it. So that means I can do it too. That was it. By the way, I'm just making a joke. He's not a dumbass, but
no, anything you say, we're not taking it. Like, we're not those type of people. We don't take anything for. Like, it's all good.
More than anybody else.
Yeah, man. If you can't take a joke, then you need to leave this conversation.
well,
right now.
this is YouTube. They're gonna splice that part that I said dumbass Iron Wolf and send it to Iron Wolf, and Iron Wolf's gonna ban me. You know, that's how it works.
He's gonna come like with his guns and his vest, and he's just gonna be like, "You said something." No, Iron Wolf, lots of respect for that guy. That guy is he's the gold standard, right? That guy's a beast.
Right. But people got to take into consideration that number one, of course, he loves doing this. But from my understanding, he was famous in the military for doing this to begin with, and number two, that's part of his job to be fit for the military. So for people to, I don't want to say in the wrong way, but to idolize him, to say like he's God of burpees, well, yes and no. I mean, he's trained to do this. He's been doing this for like, I don't know how many, 10 plus years. So if you and I have been training to do burpees for 10 plus years, we might not be as good as him, but we'll be close to him. So, you just got to work at your own pace, do the stuff that you can do, and then just exactly like what he said, which is what I treasure the most. Just be better version of yourself today than yesterday. And
isn't
that's all.
Isn't that the most important thing though? Like, everyone's trying to me and Nico get a lot of people being like, well, we can't work out with you because we're not at your level. Man, don't compare yourself to me and Nico. Like, we've been training our entire lives, man. Do you know what I mean?
You compare yourself to yourself. That is the most fair competition you will ever have in your life.
I say this all
the time. You were the day before.
Yeah, that's it.
Best thing you can do.
Yeah, because I mean, why are you gonna compete against somebody who has different levels than you in training and everything else, right? And from nutrition, from the time they have, I mean, you can't do that. All you gotta do is just do better than yourself yesterday. Look at yourself in the mirror. Did I do better than yesterday? If I didn't, then you better go out there and do it better the next day, right? Because today's already gone. And that's all you can do. And for the ones that go, I want to chase, I want to be like him, be like her, forget it. Just be you.
I know. It's good to look at these people like the David Goggins, the Cameron Haynes. Like, we look up to those guys. And to be honest, like I look up to Nico and his training. You know what I mean? So we want to get to certain levels. We want to train hard, but it's like, man, just do better what you did. Like, just do better than you did yesterday. And if you can do that, small little goals, you're gonna get to where you need to. You're gonna get to where you need to be. But it's gonna take a little bit, So I got a guy. His name is Andy and Danny, and they're two of the guys that train with us. I don't know if you've ever seen one of our videos. When they first started out with Nico and myself, they couldn't do. I say it all the time. They couldn't do 8 knee push-ups.
Wow.
He did 400 Navy SEALs the other day, man.
Exactly.
Think about that. Like,
that
how hard Navy SEALs are, man. And he shows up. It's all about consistency over intensity. Yep.
That's my most.
That's what we say. Just show up, do the work, and you look back 6 months from now and be like, "Oh my gosh,
well,
where did I come?"
Yeah, if you understand
where I was and look where I am.
Yeah, if you understand the history of running too, the first person that broke the 4-minute mile. After that, I mean, how many people broke the 4-minute mile? There was tons of them because it's like like a mental thing. So for people like Iron Wolf and things like that, what happens is they allow people like me, who is nobody, to see that it's possible and we can strive for it. Because I don't see anybody as superheroes in general. I mean, I've sat next to vice presidents and whatever, like not real vice president, but that's supposed to come in and try to be nominated. And I don't care. And I've met a lot of MMA fighters too, because of my gym that I was in. And I don't ask, hey, can I get your autograph or whatever? I don't give a shit.
Because we feel the exact same way, man. We don't idolize people like that, man.
We're all human. We all bleed the same air. We bleed the same blood. We're all human.
I tell people that we all go to the bathroom the same way.
Yeah, man. I know. It almost seems like we think very alike. And I don't know what it is. It's the burpees or something, man. But
no, we're just grounded. We understand what is valuable in our life and other people's life, and we treat each other with respect, and that's really all there is to it. I mean, in especially in social media, and I'm sure you found that out there. There's a lot of flakes out there, man, and it's tough at the beginning. My kids keep telling me, man, why are you so hung up on certain subs that don't come back or whatever? I go, well, because I cared about them, and then now all of a sudden they disappear, and I was like, well, this is social media. I go, oh, then I woke up.
Yeah, it's so true. It's funny, like you're talking about flakes and that kind of stuff. So just recently, we've been getting a lot of watch hours. We've been getting a lot of new subscribers, and things are going really well. And we're starting to get a couple of people that are haters on there. And so we're working today, and we get a message, and this one guy just starts blasting us, and he deletes the comments, blasts us, delete the comments. I'm like, Nico, how do you want to approach this guy? And old Nico looks at me and says, hey, man, we've been waiting. You can say it.
Okay, so I was like, we were kind of waiting for the challenge, somebody to call us out, and I just said, just laugh at it, man, and tell them, hey, man, like if you think that of us, post your own video, like show us what you can do, and if you can do better, then we'll be the humble student. But if you can't, then shut your mouth.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Just
like if you're going out in the world, and you're going on the world, and you're bringing negative energy, and you're not being positive. What does that say about you, right?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
That's where I'm at.
No, it is absolutely true. The way that you view the world is a very important, and the way that you treat people is very important. The way you treat people is exactly the way that you think people is going to treat you. So if you think you're going to like scheme and shake and get over someone, then you're going to think everybody's going to try to do it to you. And that's no way to live. I had a rant about that. It's terrible. So really just do good and do gooder things and think greater thoughts, because the world needs that, man. We strive to be great and then just get rid of all the negativity, even though we need it, because without negativity, we don't know what greatness is.
Exactly. We were just talking about this before you joined us. I'm sure you heard, but it's all about balance, right? So we're talking about just the haters. We're talking about drinking. We're talking about just balance. And if you don't have haters, you don't have that, how will you ever have the other side, right? So you do need it, but I refuse to put negative energy out on YouTube. I refuse to bring anyone down. Even if I think something, I won't put that out there, because I truly feel like, that makes me a loser. And champions, they don't think about bringing people down. They only bring people up. That's the way I think anyways.
Right. You acknowledge that they're going to be the other side of the coin, and then that's all you do with it. And like, okay, we'll move on. Okay. You're never going to get rid of that side of the coin. So it is what it is. We just move on, because, there's only 24 hours. You got to focus on what you need to accomplish, and you just do that.
Yeah, it's true. Adrian's always said that too. He's been like that for years. He says he's not putting any negativity on the internet. There's enough going on out there. He's a good leader, and he doesn't think that bringing people down is going to make the world any better of a place. You got to bring people up,
Yeah. Well,
so, Uncle, I wanted to ask you, you're doing hundreds of burpees a day. It's, coming on to day 300. What do you take? Like, do you take any vitamins? Like, how do your joints feel? Are you on fish oils? Are you on calcium, magnesium, like anything like that? Or like, what's your diet like?
I only take vitamin D3, and I take
How much
cayenne,
vitamin D3? How much of that do you take?
like maybe 1,500 milligrams. So 500 of the times 3, because vitamin D3, from my research, again, my famous line, do your own research. Don't trust me. This is YouTube. Nobody
Yeah.
knows shit here. But from what I understand is vitamin D3 is basically like a WD-40 for your body. Your body actually makes it if you go into the sun, but nobody goes in the sun that often. And so I take D3, and then the other thing I take for my cardiovascular is basically the apple cider vinegar with the cayenne pepper.
Okay, and how do you take that? Like, how much do you take? And do you like heat it up or anything?
No, man, I just take I have a little spoon. I would say maybe a quarter spoon, and then maybe one or two teaspoon of apple cider vinegar. I just mix it, put it in warm water, and then and lukewarm water, and I just chug it like a shot.
Nice.
And then
that's it, right?
no,
And
what
then
happened? Yeah,
do you eat a lot of meat, or are you more like eating vegetables, or you like what's the diet like?
seafood, man, seafood.
Seafood,
Yeah, pescatarian.
That's the reason why I'm doing this shit. And and by the way, for the people that don't understand what we're talking about, it's not SEA food, it's SEE food. I don't really have a diet. I don't really care what I eat. I just look at the shit that I want to eat, and I go, oh, man, it tastes good. I'm going to eat it. Because
Man,
that's
just like this guy.
No, well, everybody has different goals, but the reason why I work out is because I want to eat. I want to live long, and that's what I do. Again, everything in moderation. That's the main thing, right? So you got to do everything in moderation. And again, going back to the apple cider vinegar with the cayenne pepper, again, do your own research. If you have high blood pressure and you're on medication, ask your doctor. So again, do your own research. But I was diagnosed with high blood pressure, and then my doctor was gonna go, hey man, hey, take this some drug or whatever. I go, right, can you just let me come back in a couple of weeks and then test me again, and then if it's no good, then I'll take the medicine, because my two brothers is on those medication. So
I'm very anti. I agree, man. Like, try to do the natural thing before you
exactly.
go. Yeah, I agree.
So I did research, and I think it's African or something like that. So they didn't have medication. So what they did was they took exactly what I told you: apple cider vinegar and also cayenne pepper. Because cayenne pepper, there's actually an ingredient in cayenne pepper that actually dilates your blood vessels. I mean, I'm not a doctor, but again, do your own research. So I took those. So the way you're supposed to do it is you take it 3 times a day, what I told you, and then after about 3 to 5 days, you taper off to maybe once or twice a week, right? My blood pressure dropped. My doctors couldn't understand it. I go, oh, I just took this. He goes, what? He goes, yeah, it dropped, and I'm not on any medication. Again, that's me. This is all bullshit. So do your own research. But
you know what, man? Who's to say that you're not right, and who's to say you're not wrong? But at the end of the day, man, it's really nice to hear your side of everything, right? Like, you've lived a lot more years than I have, so I need to learn from you. And I won't listen to everything, but I will definitely listen to certain things, man. And I really appreciate what you're saying, man, because it makes sense. I'm learning something.
Yeah, it's not even a drug. It's 2 things that you can find, like in everybody's kitchen, almost. Maybe not cayenne pepper, but I mean, you can just try that. I tell people, just try it, man. Just try it, and then try it for like a week. Like 3 times a day for 3-4 days, and then taper off, and then take your blood pressure and see what happens.
For sure.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm glad it worked out for you, right? That's what's important. As long as it works for you, who cares about anything else?
Yeah, and I said that in my rant before. I mean, if there was some kind of a disease that I got and there's no cure for it, I searched on the internet, and it says that, hey man, this person got cured by doing this cure. This person also got cured by doing this cure. And the cure is, don't get gross, okay? But eating your poop. Okay. Well, I would eat my own poop. What the hell? If a few cases work, maybe it works for me to cure this incurable disease. Why wouldn't I do it?
And you've done this?
Of course not. I don't have to include but basically the tenet is that just like exactly what Bruce Lee says, right? Learn everything and keep what works. My still most loved person is Bruce Lee, and it's not because of his martial art, not because of prowess. It's
because of his mind, bro.
Yes, because of his philosophy. Because of his philosophy, and that's the reason why at the beginning of every rant or at the beginning of every video, I put a saying from Lo Ji, because Lo Ji was actually the philosopher that Bruce Lee follows, right? So a lot of the stuff that he does in motion pictures and also in his personal life, well, maybe certain parts of it, it's all based on Lo Ji, and that's why I and then by keep reading it, even though I've been doing it so many days. I mean, the text is very eye-opening. It's very interesting.
Yeah, that's the way it is, man. Did you see what Fit Potato just said? He said, "I showed your videos in my class to my students to inspire them." When you say you're nobody, just know that you're doing more than a lot of people.
Wait, maybe it's your videos, not my videos, right? Really?
Well, he specifically says, "Uncle, I showed your videos."
Oh yeah.
It's you.
I can't.
You're the inspiration. And that's what's cool about this YouTube thing. If you put these videos online, people watch them, and if you can just touch a few people, like how crazy is that? Like how cool is it? We get people messaging us being like, "I tried some of your workouts. I feel amazing. Thank you so much." That's a really cool thing. There's something special going on here with posting your workouts. Like we can't undersell that. You know, there's something really special there.
Yeah, absolutely.
You see people like Fit Potato, Fit Mama. Like, I'm sure you know these people through the community, and I watched their videos. I was on, before we started this channel, I would watch so much YouTube. I watched the big guys. I'm addicted to watching the small YouTubers, man. Like, it's so much more pure. It's so much better, man.
The content is
no, it's the same thing. I got started watching the big ones, and now I said it in many of my videos. My inspiration is not from the big channels. You know, my inspiration is from a guy that just did 300 burpees, and it's got
man. I know
it's got like 5 subscribers, and those are the ones that I go and try to like, hey man, good job, I'm following you, you know, because those are the ones that actually inspires me. That's
how I feel, man.
There's a guy now. I'm not good with the name of the channels most of the time, especially if it's hard. But there's a guy that right now he is crazy. I'll send it to you in a chat session. But he is so crazy. He is so good. My God, and he doesn't have a lot of subscribers. And I mean, he is just. I'm just in that. I couldn't believe how fast he can do some stuff. His cardio is just crazy.
Well, you know what? Just hit me up and I'll give him a shout out. We'll get him a bunch of subscribers over there. I love doing that, man. But Kels is our good friend. He's from New York, and he's asking us, "Yo, hey Nico, what inspired you guys to team up?" Honestly, we've been a team for the last 15 years, man. Nico's got a brother too, Alex, and we've all just kind of been together, and we've all been working together, training together, like just shenanigans, man. Like, I'm telling you, like we've had some good times, and me and this guy, we just train together, we work together, we do everything together. So we just approach each other and we're like, let's just start this channel, man. Let's do this. Let's have some fun. And to be honest, doing it by yourself is fun, but having a partner beside you is way better. I'm not gonna lie.
And the team that we have on this too. Like, I gotta shout out to those guys. Like, honestly, it's amazing training with everybody. We've always been a team. We haven't been a team, like he said, 15 years. Same with my brother Alex. The chemistry's always just been there, Kels. Like, you know, when you meet a real one. And we were young at the time, and the chemistry formed, and we're stuck, I guess.
Yeah,
so we've always been a team.
We've been through so much together, right? Like everything you can think of, we've been through together, right? So it's like, why not do this together? Yeah. Right? Like, why not just push each other to another level? Like,
that's what we've always had. With our running, with our training, with our jiu-jitsu, we've always there's a saying that we always say, iron sharpens iron. I feel like he's the iron next to me that always makes me more sharp, makes me more better day in, day out. So why not do a channel together where we get to share this love and our passion and just document our fitness with everybody, you know, our fitness journeys here.
Burpee, do you have any friends that do this with you? Like you're over 50. Do you have any friends that get after it like you do?
I had a yoga partner that used to do the same thing I did in the vinyasas, but after yoga, no, but okay. This is very strange, and I try to explain it to my kids. The older you get, in general, the less friends you'll have, because unless the friend's been with you for a long time, it's very hard to connect, simply because there's so much history in your life that it's tough for you to like latch on and feel quote unquote confident that they'll be seeing the same thing that you're seeing. So it is, yeah, no. And I'm perfectly fine with that, because God knows I have tons and tons. Oh my God, my whole life I have so many like memories of good friendships and stuff like that. But right now, my best friend is my wife.
You know what's funny is, so Nico's father, he's like, we hold him to the highest regard. He's the man. And he told us a little while ago, he said, when you get to my age, and he's a lot older than you are, much older than you are, but he's so with it. He's just an unbelievable person. I can't say enough good things about him. He says, when you get to my age, if you could have four men that you trust to come into your house and sit with you when you're not there, or sit with you, and even when you're not there, if they can come into your house, you're doing better than 99% of people out there. And you just reaffirm that as well.
Yeah, I agree with that, because you learn so much, and if you meet someone that hasn't gone through the experience that you have, not saying it's better or worse, it's very tough to explain to them. Like I did that rant the other day about my mom making me, needle, like put the thread through the needle, and it's at that age, it's like what the hell? That's like wasting my time to do that. But when you get older, you understand. But so same thing with friendship. As you get older, you meet someone, even though they could be as old as you, but if they haven't gone through that, it's tough to explain to them. And you're gonna sit there and explain to them, dude, I don't have the time to explain to you all that shit. You're supposed to have learned it already, right?
Yeah.
And so it's like, I'm not gonna teach you all that stuff, so I'm just gonna go bye or nice to meet you,
Yeah,
So that's why you're having less friends.
It's weird how that is. And like, I pray in my life that me and Nico and our group of friends, that we're all together when we get a little bit older. And I'm not going to stop. Like I've said it forever. We've been going hard for a very long time, and we're not going to stop. And we're going to continue this journey. And it's guys like you that truly motivate us. Like you just said, I don't look at big channels no more. I watch small YouTubers, and it's guys like you that motivate us. Because if you're putting in that work at that age, hell, I better be putting in that work.
Oh, just to give you maybe you'll delete this, but I really don't have a challenge. So I put the 300-day challenge, but actually, basically, it's gonna continue until my arms fall off. So can you delete that part? I mean, I don't think I'm gonna stop, not because of YouTube, because as you get older, you realize your 24 hours is shorter. And I find that burpee is like the best exercise for the amount of time that I need to do it. I mean, if I really want to do a quick workout, I can just do it fast. If I want to do a long ass haul workout and start meditating, I can do that. And I don't need any equipment. So I really have no excuse to not do it.
I know. I hope that all these channels that have been inspired by whoever, I hope they just reach out to people and they truly get everyone into it. Because I don't know, man, after one of our sessions that I know you watch our videos, man, you see how hard we go. After those sessions, you're a different person, man.
Yeah, you come out the other side sometimes a little bit different than you went into it,
Yeah, to be honest,
effective exercise. Like you're saying, it's the most time efficient exercise because you're going to build muscle and you train your cardio system at the same time. Like HIIT training does that, but you can either go for a run or you can lift weights. The burpee's like the in between the running and the weights. It's not like it's the hybrid workout between those two.
Yes,
and you get the best of both worlds in a compact, short session. And it's working wonders for us.
Yeah, and people, I don't know if people can understand it. So when I do like the short ones, like 30 minutes, 45 minutes, those are good workouts. But when I do the long ones, like the 1,000 burpees or the 1,500, whatever, like
Those are
anything that's,
savage routines, by the way. 1,000 burpees is a savage routine.
but you know what? What happens is a certain time within that routine, I actually go into meditation, and it's like
Yeah, man. Yeah.
the whole world disappears, and you only care about the count, and that is so hard to achieve. And you try to do that in yoga, but you guys are pretty relatively young. But even now, as I'm talking to you, your mind has other things you're doing because you're multitasking within your mind. You don't have a singular.
It's
You
not
don't have a
singular
single
focus, right? When you're
Right.
on a singular focus train, right?
Yeah, you don't have one. I mean, only kids have that. That's the reason why they
Yeah.
can learn something so fast. Because when you're a kid, you have a singular focus to learn something, and that's why you learn it better. But as you get older, it's very tough because I'm trying to learn this, but in the back of your mind, there's like 10,000 other tasks you're thinking of, right? And so burpees and yoga is one of the two things that I found, especially if it's the tough ones, that I end up thinking only of the count or only of the pose, especially if I'm in physical distress. And that's actually meditation for me. And that's the reason why I do it, because rarely, if ever, do you see me hold a phone in this. And obviously, if you do a yoga session, you can't have a phone because they'll probably kick you out. And those are the two things that I really love so much, because when do you not have your phone?
I agree, man.
Yeah.
And that goes back to jiu-jitsu, that goes back to yoga,
Yeah.
that goes back to our sessions, right?
Yeah.
What do we talk about? Like, remember we always talk about, and we bring back to Carlos Condit when he was in his prime. And what state did he get in?
Kinesthetic awareness and flow state.
He got into a kinesthetic awareness and flow state, right? So when you get in that flow state of what you're just saying, like all of us, Fit Mama, we're talking Kels, we're talking Rep Master, Daniel Wong, everyone, Backyard MTV, everyone that's here, we're all doing our craft. We're all doing something. And when you get in that flow state, that state is the hardest place to get into, but it's the most pure and the most rewarding. How do you get there, right? It's crazy.
Yes, and
You're not thinking about your mortgage. You're not thinking about your bills. You're not thinking about your job. You're in the moment, and that's a true pure thought you're having. And like you said, it's meditation, right?
yeah, the next pump, the next pose. And I try to do that all the time, but obviously at my age, I can't do 2,000 burpees every day. But I mean, every time I know like my body goes, man, it's time for you to do a long one. I mean, there's a couple more I need to do in burpees, and I would have finished all the stuff I want to do in burpees in general. And like, I cannot wait to do them, but I'm afraid to do them.
Yeah. With those sessions that you're kind of like worried about, when this all ends, you come do one of those and we'll do a monster workout together, man. It would be phenomenal.
Yeah, I mean, I most of the time, especially with the long ones, I know when I'm gonna do a long one because I know it's due for me to do a long one, and then I would have trepidations because I don't know if I could do it, but there's never been a case where I didn't finish. So it's very I don't know. I want to do the long ones. I want to do the long ones every time, but I can't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know what you mean, man.
Did you ever get into running, Uncle? Like, do you ever do any running in your life?
Yeah, I ran 2 marathons and I did a triathlon.
Nice. Do you find that running, like on those longer runs, like you did a marathon? So we're in kilometers here. I think in miles, it's 26 miles for a marathon. Like 20 miles in, do you get to that meditative state?
See, that's the difference. When I run, I hate running. I absolutely, and I'm doing PJ's stupid half marathon. I'm doing PJ's half, and all of you guys that's the same, try to do it with us, please. There's only 2 of us doing it, right? One in freaking wherever.
Me and this guy we run 10s, 15s, half marathons all the time.
Yeah. Oh, you guys should do it with us. Anyway, and I
When
hate
is it?
running.
Are you guys doing it together at a certain time?
I think it was the 19th was the day that he said it, that he's gonna do it. That was the day for his 6-week thing. But to make a long story short,
On the 19th, why not?
when I run before, I always had headphones on. So my mind was really not meditating. I was listening to music because I still hate running. And so I don't really meditate. So it's really different. So so really out of all the exercise I've done, it's really only yoga and burpees that makes me like think of only that thing I gotta do. Like if I'm standing, especially on balancing poses, dude, you can't think of anything else when you're trying to do a balancing pose. Now you're gonna think, okay, I gotta move my foot. You there's nothing, you think of nothing. Same thing with burpee. When you get to like the 900 rep, you're thinking of nothing else but, hey, 901.
That's my favorite thing to get to, man, is when you get to 900 or whatever your rep scheme is, 50, whatever it is. But when you get there and you know you have a little bit more to go, it is like, it is such a good feeling, man. And that's why we named our last video In Burpees We Trust, because it's literally, in Burpees We Trust, it makes you better, man.
But it sucks when you do a lot. When you can do a lot, then you got to go further. So like now I'm thinking 500 is nothing.
Goes up, right?
Yeah, but my body can't handle it. You know, I mean, my body will do it, but then I have to pay for it later. Kind of like if you eat hot peppers, like, oh, I love eating this, but man, the next day you don't want to go to the toilet. It's the same thing.
Yeah, I know what you mean, man. But those are the best sessions. So what's your game plan for tomorrow? Are you training tomorrow?
Oh, I just did a I gotta go look. Wait. Oh no, I train every day, but I just did one today because let me go give a shout out to the two people. Mervin Munoz, he's a freaking beast at pull-ups, and also obviously hard training, easy gaining. So they were doing this thing called unbroken push-ups. So they did an unbroken push-up thing the last few days, and I think again I have to go through because like Mervin Munoz, okay, he just did an unbroken record for his, and also hard body training did it. So I just did one today. Tomorrow I have to do a long ass run. I think either tomorrow or Sunday, because I have to train for that damn ass half marathon. So but I'm gonna do my burpees first, and then I will do the marathon. So that's kind of the plan tomorrow.
That's awesome, man. But can't shake me. So for tomorrow, we got a good one planned. It's gonna be kind of similar to our sessions. We're gonna add in a little bit more burpees though, and hopefully you can make it out. We're gonna go live tomorrow at 7:45 a.m. PST, 10:45 a.m. EST. And Burpee Yoga, we want to say thank you so much for just doing this with us. I would love to do this again.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we should do this at least once.
Yeah, no problem. And I will join you because I think for my live stream, I think it's serve its purpose. So now I can join you a little bit better for tomorrow's session. It is what it is. Oh, and no, that's it. Yeah, it is what it is. I'll probably do live streams in the future, but more probably random, you know, because that's the other thing about YouTube. It takes a lot of time.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it's a lot of time. Be careful what you wish for when you graduate.
Yeah, you know what? Me and this guy, we work every single day. We're gonna be okay, but it'll be tough. But Burpee Yoga Uncle, we thank you so much for everything you do for us. And that like truly, it means so much.
It does.
Well, you're welcome. Now you guys get to enjoy your rest of the evening, and then tomorrow get your workout in. I do my workout in the afternoon, so I can watch you guys and comment tomorrow.
That's sweet, man. Fit Mama, thank you so much. Kels, we'll see you tomorrow morning. Rep Master, we'll see you guys. Daniel, Troy, everybody who's here, Alex, hopefully see you guys tomorrow morning.
Let's get that work, guys. Uncle, I just want to say thank you again. And this was a lot of fun. It was our first time. And you know what? Thank you for your wisdom. It's really, honestly, it's a lot to listen to.
Thank you, man. Pay it forward, man. Bless up, bless up.
We absolutely will. And thank you, everybody, for coming into this live stream and checking out our first talk. I think it went over really well. And we'll catch you guys in the workout tomorrow. Much love, everybody. Have a good night.